Or for your more about the world about the TV show. Now, Joshua Alabi, who's on John Dramani Mahama, our former president and now president elect in the equal contest, one prime minister. Joshua Alabi, the truth, just said NDC for moment to my John Dramani Mahama because I can't 1 year. Not only there, I can 2 times to it in our two. No, NDC for tea in our Mahama and Pan by so it's not really election of now. Cadman Mills. At the assembly, but to don't say, Nancy, I amend the constitution to the say, we said that now 50 young current needs are in here organization because it's yes, said, old near manner our constitution, the trim to say, we if you know the profession, and I end this for no being. That's why I am Mahama. We got 3 times of Tina amend the laws in the constitution in the shitty way said, the boy, no, now Cadman Mills. I didn't say, I'm not to be an says, I do it, dear boy. On plan and on pension, no, the own share. That's our law, no. My pass, no, then send me to draft. And then both I can see out the 2 1 and there. And yes, you have said, I'm going to see. When put you, sum up on the 2
Constitutional Amendment Committee said on Mahama, now former President John Dramani Mahama, on court 3rd term from 2028 to 2032. Cadman Mills took to his social media. He said this move has sparked concerns among some Ghanaians, including Cadman Mills, who believes that tampering with the term limit could have a far-reaching consequences for the country's democracy. You cannot tamper with Ghana's constitution just because of President-elect John Dramani Mahama. What I said, Nyansa Ghana Constitution one almost 2-term limit for president from 1992 till date. For President John Dramani Mahama and in the Constitutional Amendment Committee, a person no call for a 3rd term limit. Now, Cadman Mills took to his social media to express his utter disapproval, stating that it beat his imagination that the NDC is already considering the constitutional amendment even before President John Mahama takes office. And waiting na omupese omunya 2/3 of parliament. So omunya ombetima say and make any decision, they will not need the minority in parliament. Ombetima making this decision of 3rd term office for President-elect John Dramani Mahama. And so I'm fighting gidi. So omenya 2/3 in parliament. Now, High Court for ruling would determine whether the National Democratic Congress betimenya that 2/3 in parliament or not. Now, in a post on his X handle on Sunday, 29 December 2024, entitled it, "His sycophancy already raising its ugly head," Cadman Mills said it beats his imagination that even before Mahama took office on January 7, 2025, elements within the NDC have started talking about a constitutional amendment to allow Mr. Mahama to secure a 3rd term in office. The worrisome, it is particularly alarming that without served a day in office, that there are already calls for the constitution to be amended to allow the incoming president to be eligible to contest for an additional term, making a cumulative of 12 years if he wins 2028. Cadman Mills post read. It was for President John Dramani Mahama on serving even 1 day in office from January 7 to January 18, but already in discussions, heated discussions, Koso said Omoma Hokwain, now former President John Dramani Mahama, on serving for another 4 years, cumulatively to 12 years from 2028. So to me, we need elections. Or say this is what almost the highest form of sycophancy, a unity in the NDC rank and file. But why? Why in Ghana have we not learned anything from the experience of other countries? Please count me as being vigorously opposed to tampering with term limits for the highest office in the land. the post of Cadman Mills further said, or say, other countries or much Ghana which here in Suya baby in free or moana, yen Suya baby in free Toguana, yen Suya baby in free Ivory Coast na, yen Suya baby in free Sierra Leone na, say, O person tamper with the highest term limit of the presidency. It goes around to orchestrate a lot of violence in the country. No Cadman Mills there. Sad discussions no among counting it totally out. So order no home done any form of discussion. Former President John Dramani Mahama the opportunity to serve 12 years from 2028. So Sanso Bassett of a contested elections. Now he emphasized that he would vigorously oppose any attempt to extend the presidential term limit, citing the importance of maintaining checks and balances enshrined in the 1992 Constitution. This is not the first time that the issue of presidential term limits has sparked controversy in Ghana. In 2018, a proposal to amend the Constitution to allow the president to serve 3 terms was met with widespread opposition, and the idea was eventually dropped. In 2018, such discussions no shall say AP, in Commodine shall say AP. Now, so Ghana for be brena sorry, ATI says such discussion, and ya dear, I say, yes, so 2024, a Sanso a Unitibio, and a Cadman Mills, adding this latest article on it. Cadman Mills also raised concerns about the emergence of sycophancy within the NDC, citing instances where individuals and institutions are excessively flattering President Mahama and his family in an attempt to gain favor. I need not to tell anyone what my political learnings are. I vigorously challenged the MPP candidate's policy prescriptions for Ghana. I was therefore relieved when he emphatically lost the election. Like all Ghanaians, I celebrated the victory with the NDC and JDM at the polls. But a JDM-led administration is not new to the Ghanaian political science. It held from 2013 to 2017. Ghanaians can hope that this administration will be better than its incarnation because we are not going back. But it is not a foregone conclusion. But already the signs of sycophancy are starting to rear its ugly head. It appears that many people and institutions are tripping over their feet to please the incoming president and his family, including the suggestion that his son, who has a keen interest in boxing, be made a sports minister. There are others I will identify too. Into statements of Neba or title dealing with boxing or Bukum boxing arena. Almost say anything or as a sports minister. Not introduce into the body politic. Sanaya or Benya Hokwain now that Mahama administration ever twice, just in case when Timmy and Lady the NDC Nebana are taking over the race as the next presidential candidacy. We and Cadman Mills say the highest form of sycophancy in the NDC. The ridiculous a bank UMB takes place in a national newspaper to apologize to EMP, in which the incoming president's brother is the main shareholder, for not reporting to the credit bureau that EMP indebtedness had been paid off. This is the highest form of sycophancy. But is UMB seriously telling Ghanaians that it reported a debt owed by EMP to the credit bureaus but failed to regularly report or update the outstanding loan balances at the same bureaus? This is impossible. Once a debt has been reported to the credit bureau, the outstanding, that is unpaid balance, is regularly reported to the bureaus until the outstanding balance reaches zero at the bank and takes it off its books as Cadman Mills. Until say such statement sycophancy na ashanse a UMB bank reported Boniface from EMP because reporting call credit bureau so deka tria nanso omo say omo back to apologize say after the ekano omo tria. There is no fanfare, celebrations, champagne popping, or special alerts at the credit bureau that a balance is zero. So why the apology? Why is this the case, and why now?